The notion of a satanic New World Order is a concept often associated with conspiracy theories, but for the sake of this discussion, let's explore the idea that there's a perceived force seeking control through the narrative of global warming. The idea is that this force uses fear and misinformation to manipulate the masses, pushing forth an agenda that might not have the best interests of humanity at heart. To start, it's essential to understand that the narrative of global warming, or more accurately, climate change, is supported by a vast majority of the scientific community. Climate change refers to the long-term warming of the planet, which is primarily caused by the increasing levels of greenhouse gases in the Earth's atmosphere. These gases, such as carbon dioxide and methane, are released through human activities like burning fossil fuels, deforestation, and industrial processes. The consensus among scientists is that human-induced climate change is real, and it poses significant risks to ecosystems, biodiversity, and human societies. However, the concept of a satanic New World Order controlling us through global warming suggests a more sinister and intentional plot. According to this perspective, the elite or powerful entities behind this order use the climate change narrative as a tool for manipulation, aiming to impose a New World Order that is characterized by strict control over resources, populations, and individual freedoms. The idea is that by creating a sense of urgency and fear around climate change, these elites can push for policies and regulations that serve their interests, often under the guise of saving the planet. One of the primary ways this control is allegedly exerted is through the implementation of sustainable development policies and green technologies. While these initiatives might seem benevolent on the surface, critics argue that they can lead to increased government control over personal lives, economic activities, and natural resources. For example, policies aimed at reducing carbon emissions might result in higher energy costs, stricter building codes, and limitations on personal choices such as diet, transportation, and consumption patterns. Moreover, the push for a global response to climate change can also lead to the concentration of power in international bodies and agreements, such as the Paris Agreement. These agreements can impose uniform standards and regulations on countries, potentially undermining national sovereignty and democratic processes. The argument is that such global governance structures can be exploited by powerful interests to advance their own agendas, which might not align with the well-being of the general population. Another aspect of this perceived control is the role of fear and misinformation in shaping public opinion and policy. The narrative of impending climate doom can be used to justify drastic measures, including the suppression of dissenting voices and the manipulation of scientific data. This can lead to a form of soft totalitarianism, where the state and other powerful actors use psychological manipulation and coercion to enforce compliance with their agendas. Despite these claims, it's crucial to differentiate between genuine concerns about climate change and the potential for its exploitation by powerful interests. The reality of climate change is well documented and should not be dismissed as a mere conspiracy. Instead, it's essential to approach the topic with a critical eye, recognizing both the scientific consensus on climate change and the potential for its misuse as a tool of control. In conclusion, while the idea of a satanic New World Order controlling us through global warming may seem like the stuff of conspiracy theories, it reflects deeper concerns about the potential abuse of power and the manipulation of public perception. It's vital to stay informed, critically evaluate information, and advocate for transparency and accountability in global governance and policy making related to climate change. By doing so, we can work towards addressing the real challenges posed by climate change while safeguarding against the potential for manipulation and control.